The White House invited a dozen Pacific Island countries, including the leader of the Solomon Islands, for a summit, a first for the strategically vital region now at the heart of the U.S.-China competition.
I am very excited about this Pacific Summit because I really believe it gives an opportunity for us to really build that connection, to see that we are much more alike than different.
Suzanne Veras-Lum leads the East-West Center, which recently hosted Pacific Island leaders to discuss their most urgent challenges: economic development, post-pandemic recovery, and climate change.
There's no time to waste, particularly coming out of COVID-19. People are, there are many needs in the Pacific that need to be heard.
But it's the issue of security that has attracted American diplomatic engagement to the region after Beijing reached a defense pact with the Solomon Islands in May and attempted a wide-ranging agreement with the Pacific Island nations in July. Island leaders have received a steady parade of U.S. officials. Deputy Secretary of State Wendy Sherman, White House Indo-Pacific Coordinator Kurt Campbell,
the United States will launch the process,
and Vice President Kamala Harris, who joined the Pacific Islands Forum virtually over the summer.
The White House is doing this because there is obviously, a very urgent need for the United States to up its game in the Pacific.
Patricia O'Brien of the Center for Strategic and International Studies says since World War II, when the Pacific Islands helped the Allies defeat Japan, there's been a pattern in U.S. Pacific engagement.
Every time that America has come in any numbers, it has been because that they wanted something out of the Pacific, and then they have left.
O'Brien says to overcome skepticism among Pacific Island leaders, the White House needs to demonstrate that no matter which party is in power in Washington, the Pacific will have partners in their fight against climate change.
Climate knows no boundaries. Fish, IUU, know no boundaries. Neither do currents, neither do the impacts of climate change. So we all need to look at it as one continent, and not as small island nations, but as large ocean economies and nations.
U.S. President Joe Biden recently signed legislation to cut America's greenhouse gas emissions in half by 2030. Jessica Stone, VOA News, Washington.